Hi traders, many of you have requested for me to do a video on directional bias, and that's what I'm going to be doing in this very video. So in this very video, I'm going to teach you guys how to find your directional bias, either how to know your daily bias or how to know your weekly bias. And you know your bias is going to be you taking a trade in a certain direction. You taking sell, then if it gets to a zone, start taking buys. Or you taking buys. If you get to a zone, start taking sells. With this, you're able to know your bias. You're able to know if I'm gonna keep looking out for buys on this market, or I'm gonna keep looking out for sales on this very market. Now, directional bias is pretty simple. It's for you to be able to know what you will be doing. If you be looking out for more of buys or more of sales, at a point, if you take sales, it will go in profit, then hit your break even or hit your stop loss. But if you take buys, the chance that buy will hit full take profit. Meaning that bias now is for buys. Meaning at that market, you're meant to start looking out for buys. If you keep looking out for sales, that's how it will move in profit, hit your stop loss, or it will even move in profit. You'll keep hitting stop loss. Why? Because you are trading against that bias, you are trading against that market. Now, that's what directional bias is. You trading along a certain move, you taking your trade in a certain direction, either taking buys or taking sales. Now I'm going to give you everything I use to know my bias and how I approach the market with this. Now, once I go to any market, I want to start any analysis, I do tend to start from a higher time frame. Right? Now, my higher time frame I do tend to use, I do go to weekly few times. Weekly time frame is also a time frame I do tend to use, and me, I'm more of a day trader. So you might be a scalper, you might be a swing trader, you might try to start your own from a monthly time frame, but this is how I approach it. Now, I have my weekly, I have my 1 day, I have the 4 hour. These are my higher time frame I use, and finally I have my 2 hour time frame. So these are the different higher time frame I consider in knowing my bias. Now, on this higher time frame, what do I do? Right, I want to mark out key levels. Now, at these key levels, now these are zones I can expect price to get to. I'm going to show you everything. So on a higher time frame now, just notice what I said. I mark out key levels. Then from that higher time frame, I scale down to a lower time frame. So my lower time frame now, which is now my entry time frame, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and the 5 minutes time frame. They are now my entry time frame. Now on this my entry time frame, what I now look out for is now the break of structure, which are the two things I'm going to give you now. First thing, on this my entry time frame, there are now these two things I look out for. The very first thing I want to look out for is the BOS, which is now the break of structure. Is that is breaking structure to the downside or a market structure shift? I'm going to explain everything. Either it's breaking structure to the downside or it's breaking structure to the upside. And secondly, I want to mark out all the other blocks, OB, or the breaker blocks price is currently respecting. Now, these are two things you want to do. With this, you're able to know what you will be doing in the market. Now, watch this closely. I'm going to show you multiple scenarios where I use this, and this is how I go about it. Now, on a weekly time frame, weekly, daily, 4 hour and 2 hour, I want to mark out these key levels. Now, it doesn't mean you have to go to weekly, then scale down to 4 hours, scale down to 2 hour. Not like that. It's going to be you going to a weekly, and then you taking the trade directly from a weekly time frame, or you marking out your key level directly from a weekly time frame. Then you need to go to daily time frame again. Now, why I have these different time frames, some cases it won't be clear. You're on a weekly time frame, your key level is not clear, you don't see what to mark out. You can always scale down to maybe daily, and most times, me personally, I use the 4 hour. If 4 hour time frame is clear for me, I don't need to go to any other time frame. But I'll just keep using my 4 hour time frame to mark out those levels. Now, let me show you scenarios and how I use it. Right now, I'm going to show you some sales I took. Then I watch out for reversal. Then show you everything. First thing, higher time frame. Now, I want to analyze this a gold chart. Right, this is a gold chart, and Let me show you on this market. Then we'll move on to other pairs, and I'll also show you. Now on a higher time frame, either daily, 4 hour, weekly, either of those time frames, I can go to either of them. Now on a daily time frame, watch. This is where we mark out. This is where I mark out as a key level. If you notice, price dropped. It got here. On getting here, what happened? It started reversing. There was a long wick at this very zone, and this is where the long wick started coming out from. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna indicate from where the long wick started coming out at that zone, where the wick started coming off, where the body of the candle closed. So this level now, I don't tend to call it key level. Now watch another one right here. Notice there's this other one right here. This is a long wick right here on a daily. I can also mark it out with my horizontal line as a key level. There's another one right here. This is also a long wick right here. And also mark out that level as a key level. This is on a higher time frame. I don't have to call it key level on a higher time frame. Now, what am I gonna be doing? I want to now go to lower time frame. Now, let's indicate where we marked out. We've marked out this very one, and this was the one I used for a reversal. This was the one I used for myself, and I'm gonna show you how I use it. On a higher time frame, I want to mark out this key level. Now, how do I now use it? I want to go to a lower time frame. Lower time frame, I don't need to use either 30 minutes and a 15 minutes time frame most of the time, right? Like I told you, I can decide to keep using 15 minutes time frame, right? I can decide to keep using 30 minutes time frame. Now the key level marked out on the daily now was this on low, was this very line right here. And if you watch closely, if price is doing any move, it's gonna be for me to expect it to get to this very level. Now first, like I stated, on this monetary time frame, now what do I want to do? I want to mark out all the break of structures that are happening. Watch, this is a low at this very zone, and what happened? Price broke past that very low as a break of structure. So this is a break of structure to the downside. Since it had that break of structure to the downside, now you can see that it has that break of structure. Then what happened? Price came up. On coming back up, it had this long wick as an order block. Then watch, that's where the price came to and respected it. Watch what happened again. This is a low. What happened? It broke past that very low. Even if initially you were not able to spot this first break, you're not able to spot this first sell, which this one acted as an engineer liquidity. I'm just trying to, this is not the full strategy, right? This is not the full concept of the strategy. I'm just trying to talk on directional bias only, right? Now, if you watch, this is another low, it broke past it. That's a break of structure to the downside. Now, what do you think I'll be doing? I'll be doing more of sales, right? I'll be doing more of sales now on this very market. This is another order block, another 15 minutes time for order block right here. And if you watch, that's where the price came to. And I guess me personally, I caught this sell from this very order block. And this I acted as a liquidity. Overall, what I want you to notice is doing more of breaks to the downside. And now you have been able to mark out a level where you expect that price to get to, which is this daily time frame key level at this region. Now, until price gets there, that's when my bias will change. If price has not gotten there, I'm not going to change my bias. I'm going to keep looking out for the sales till it gets there. Now, if you watch what's happening right here, this is a sell order block. Price expected it. It has a buy order block around here. Let me zoom out so you guys can see. It has a buy order block around here, but what happened? Price violated it. It didn't respect it. Now it has another sell order block around here. That's where the price came to, respected it. Remember, the price did not respect this one, and I believe you know the reason. There's no clear liquidity, which is the complete strategy. So if you want to learn the complete strategy, I'm going to leave a video link in the description. That if you are new to the strategy, go to the video and you learn the strategy. Then also I have a mentorship class where I teach students how I trade, where I guide you step by step on how you're going to become profitable. There's also a link in the description to join my mentorship class. Once you join, it's about $40 currently. I'm doing this video in November, so it's about $40 currently. And once you join, once you make payment, click on the link in the description to join. And once you click on the link, you'll be redirected and you make payments and you'll be added to my general group. And I also do live training. The mentorship class is just me now doing it live and then guiding you to becoming profitable. Now, you can go through my YouTube video. Literally, most of the things I do right here, they are free. So you can go through my YouTube video and then learn most of the things that you will need to become profitable. Now, if you now want me to guide you, you want to join the community, right? This is a community of traders like yourself. So you want to join a community where you can drop your idea, people correct you, you correct other members, you grow together. That's another benefit. Then major benefit is gonna be me guiding you, and I do two live classes every week. So that's by the way. Let's not waste time on that. Now, if you watch this sell order block, and that's where the price came to, tap on it, and what happened? This is a low, it broke past it. All you have to watch out for is these two things, which I stated out. Watch out for first break of structure, and you want to mark out all the order block or breaker block price is currently respecting. Now, I've been able to mark that this zone as the level I expect price to get to, and if you watch what's happening right here, I've marked out two order block, price tapping on it for buys. Price is not respecting any buy order block, but it's respecting for sales. So that is already giving me an idea that okay, this market is gonna likely sell. Then we have this other order block right here. That's where the price came to again. Tap on it and dropped. Now it keeps going down. What happened? It had this order block, which now turned into a breaker. You can notice it right here, which now turned into a breaker block, and that's where the price came back to. Tap on it using this eye as the liquidity. This is another order block on its own, but the strategy is not complete if you try selling from here because there's no liquidity present. So that's why it's important to watch the strategy complete. But with this now, you notice you're able to catch, even if you're not able to catch the first sell, then you also miss the second sell. This third sell now would have been an easy opportunity because you now know what you will be doing. I won't be looking out for buys until it gets here, and once it gets here, I can now look out for a change of character for me to start looking out for buys. Now, let me show you another example, another opportunity I also caught, right, with this same thing. Now, with this opportunity now, it was now me doing it on a weekly time frame. You're going to notice it's going to be similar thing you are repeating. Market is breaking straight to the upside. You have that level marked out as a zone you can expect price to get to. Now, let me show you this one I caught recently, where it's currently still playing out, and I'm currently still looking out for buys. Watch. We have this horizontal line right here. Let me remove all of these drawings. We have this horizontal line. We have this key level right here on a weekly time frame. Then I marked it out as a zone I can expect price to get to, and then maybe give reverse from. Since I have that zone as a zone I expect price to get to, I want to go to a lower time frame, which is now like my entry time frame, 30 minutes. If you notice, when I showed you guys that example, I was just on a 15 minutes time frame. So it's just as simple as that. You need to start moving for 30 minutes, just get to a time frame that is clear. If 30 minutes time frame is not clear, I can go to a lower or a higher time frame. That's the reason for those my different time frame. Now, overall, since I have that level marked out on a weekly time frame, now I was not looking out for sales. The first sale that happened was after this change of character, which is a price breaking past is very low right here. On breaking past very low, this is a change of character. But on breaking above it, this is a break of structure to the upside, confirming that this market was still bullish at that point, but now it has given a change of character. Then what happened? It had this other block, which price came to, tap on it, dropped. I didn't catch the initial sell. On going down, what happened? This is a buy order block, but it didn't buy from here. Why? Because directional bias is bearish. So coming back there, just broke out. This was not like a breaker block, but price did not come back to that breaker block. It was still going down. I keep looking out for sales. Why? Because I know I have a level I expect price to get to, and price has not gotten there. Now, the next sale I took this sale personally. This order block right here. Took the sale from this very order block. Overall, I still have a level I expect price to get to, which is that weekly key level. Stop loss above it, I can target that same level. I can target this nearest low as my take profit. As it was going down, I had another opportunity. I had another re-entry around here. This re-entry was shared to this very free telegram. The link will be in the description. This is my free telegram right here. Notice the re-entry when I had the sell setup. Notice the sell setup I had. You can notice it. And if you notice, I marked out this zone as a zone for reversal, which is a key level on a weekly time frame. Now, notice price came back to this very order block, and now second sell. What am I doing? I'm selling. You didn't see me taking any buys. Why? Because I now know my buyers. I can keep targeting this same level, this same key level I've marked out as a zone I expect this price to get to. Right now, on coming back up, this was now like the third entry it came back to this order block again. What did I tell you guys? I said once you are now on your entry time frame, you want to mark out all the break of structure you are seeing. Once you mark out all the break of structure you are seeing, you want to now mark out all the other blocks or breaker block that the price is currently respecting. If you're respecting other blocks for buys, then you know, okay, this market is bullish. But if you're respecting other blocks for sales, meaning I should be looking out for sales on this market. Now, first sell order block, second sell, third order block for sell, fourth order block for sell. Now, the fifth one, I also marked it out by this one missed entry. It was not like the fifth order block for sell. But this one missed, this one did not tap in before it started dropping. Overall, what am I doing? I'm looking out for sales till it gets here. Then it had this breaker block. I also missed this because no liquidity was present. On breaking structure now, what happened? It had this breaker, and that breaker block now was not a POI, a zone where I was meant to sell from. But since there was no liquidity, the strategy was not complete. I didn't jump on the sell. What happened? Price got there, dropped. Overall, it finally got to this key level you marked out on a weekly time frame. And on getting there, what happened? It reversed. Give a change of character. And if you watch, breaking price very low, now that's a normal break of structure to the downside. But breaking price is high, that's a market structure shift. Or you can call it a change of character. And once it gives that change of character now, I will no longer be looking out for sales. Even immediately got here, I no longer look out for sales. But instead, I'm now interested in looking out for buys. And now you have this order block for a buy, which it didn't come back to this order block. Then this was where it came to. This was the order block it respected, and then the buy continued. That's how it just kept going up. Now I'm interested in looking out for buys. This is a breaker block. What did I tell you? Once you now know your buyers, once you are now able to spot, okay, this is a level I'm expecting this price to get to, maybe the next key level at the top. What are you now doing? You are now looking out for buys, and you are now watching out for all your break of structures, and then watching out for where the price is respecting. If it's respecting the different order blocks or the different breaker blocks. This other buy happened from this breaker block, and obviously this market keeps breaking structure to the upside. I'm going to keep looking out for buys now. Then what do? I want to mark out the next level I can expect it to get to. Right, this happens on every single market. Right, different markets you're going to find the same opportunity. On GBP USD, I guess I took a couple of sales yesterday. Right, I had about 2 sales set up yesterday. Let me show you where I had them. Overall, I keep looking out for sale on GBP USD. Even this morning, I had a sale opportunity, but it was a missed entry. Now notice the first sale I had on GBP USD yesterday was from this 15 minutes time frame order block. This very one right here. Why? Because I have a level I've marked out below the price as the zone I expect price to get to. Now, this was this first initial sale. I had about 3 opportunities on this market. First sale from the order block. Now, overall, what are you seeing? Price is respecting this sell order block. But if it's for buy, price is hardly respecting buy order blocks. Then it retraced back. This was the second sale I had from this order block right here. Another sell order block. Price respected that sell order block. What happened? Started selling from there. Because you have a level you expect price to get to at the bottom, so you're gonna keep looking out for sales till it get there. The next POI I was watching out for this morning was this 30 minutes time frame order block at this area right here. What happened? Price did not get there. Price just came close and then dropped. Now, if you watch closely, there's another order block around here. That's where the price actually respected. This is where it got to and started dropping. Now, I have this POI marked out now, this very zone. What do I expect? I expect price to come back here and then drop. I need my strategy to be present. I need liquidity to be present. Overall, what's happening is breaking structure to the downside. So it's gonna be me looking out for sales for the price to get to the next level I mark out. Right? So I believe this is clear, and this is gonna help you do better. So see for yourself how it's going. And if you don't get the strategy completely, go through the YouTube channel, go to the videos I've uploaded on this very YouTube channel, then get the strategy first before you start studying your bias or start learning about this main directional bias. If this video was helpful, give it a like, and then subscribe to the channel, and then turn on the notification bell, and also drop a nice comment of what you think and also what I should talk about in my next video.